Hey everybody. So I'm just outside the Painted Turtle, which used to be a place called Great America Adventure. It was like a, what was it? Like a resort thing that extended across the United States. You'd get a membership on it. You could stay there. They used to have a big old pool over there. And when I was a kid, I would come here and swim in that pool. And I just stopped here to turn the camera on because I'm just about a half-mile outside Lake Hughes, California, which is a place where I spent part of my childhood. And very, very interesting, very good part. It was also a very challenging part in some ways. This is where the my family kind of came to an end here. You know, I mean, in terms of being a family. So it was rough in that capacity, about age 16 for me, about 15 for my brother Lyle. Things kind of fell apart. So there's some bittersweet memories here, but it was very nice in terms of community. A little bit of a depressed community in some ways economically. A little bit of a kind of a backwoods, you know, for Southern California. that place right up there, that house right there, was, well, it was notorious. Let's just leave it at that. Although it was just rumor. Don't know anything for sure. Here's where we had the community centers right up there. They have a skeet shooting thing up there, and I used to be the guy, the boy that would put the skeet thing on the, you know, the skeet on the thrower. Nearly broke my arm a couple of times. There's Papa's Country Store. That's exactly what it was called when I was living here. That gas is actually cheaper than the gas I bought down in LA, $3.65 a gallon. I think I paid more for that at the Chevron station downtown. I used to fill up tank lots of times here. Papa's Country Store. And then just over here to the right is the old post office. Now it's a nail salon, Mountaintop Salon, right there. That was the post office back in the day. I think my mom is the post mistress here or somewhere. No, she was the postmistress in Kincaid, Kansas. But she knew the postmistress of this place. Right over there, that blue building, that's the old real estate office. That's where we bought our house. Hey, you were my brother. That's where we bought the old house. And then right here, this is the rock store. See this one? This used to be an old stagecoach stop. This building right here, the smaller building, that was for the women. And this one over here was for the men. And up at the top floor, actually it's still owned by speaking of a woman-female writer. Hey! It was actually owned by a movie star, kind of a B actor. I'm sure he'd be upset if he heard me say that. I don't see him anymore. His name was Paul Coswell, I think his name was. And he bought this place. This is a motorcycle destination. It's, like I said, it used to be a stagecoach stop. Here's the old gas pumps. Last sale was how much a gallon? Something, can't quite tell. And, comes a car. So this in the weekend, by tomorrow, Saturday, this will be all lined up with bikers in there. I come here every year with my mom still for Thanksgiving dinner here. We come here for lunch. It's very nice on the inside. And then down here, this used to be a resort thing. They had a pool over there. I used to swim in there as well. Did some things I can't necessarily be proud of. I mean, not terrible, but, you know, very high school, you know, preteen boy type of stuff. Memories. Squirrel. We're right on the outskirts of the actual Lake Hughes proper. A little stone house there. All these little cabins here. These are nice. I still have friends that, or, you know, back in the day, I had lots of friends, and I think some of them still live up here. I don't know if any of them are actually still here, though, but, you know, names like Matt and David and all of Matt's brothers, Mike. That's where the pool, see that little foundation right there? There's the thing, there's a pool buried in there. And the memories that I made in that pool are still just so burned, so fresh in my head. just stunning how some memories from that age can be so deep. Now Lake Hughes proper is just over here on the left. Down there, some friends. Here's Trail E. This is where my friend, one friend's family had their place, and may still have their place. I'm going to let this car, oh, the car didn't come. They may still own it. Now you can just see the lake down there. The house there on the left. Looks like I think they still own it. They've done a lot with that place. Again, memories. And then over here, you can see, oh, hey, there's another bike like mine. Another GS. You were my brother! And there's Lake Hughes, completely, utterly dry. I think I hold the record for swimming across that thing. I swam across it like 16 times in a row. But it wasn't that it was just swim across it 16 times in a row. I did that with a rowboat tied to my body and a boatload of kids. And I just went back and forth over and over again. So that's like saying you're going to hold the number of record for the number of times you can, number of peanuts you can eat while sitting on a rocking chair somewhere. I mean, it's like you can make up a record for anything. So record for a number of times swimming across Lake Hughes, towing a rowboat full of kids. There you go. Put that in the Guinness Book. Right over there, I remember we were doing a bonfire at that house. And I think I was with my friend Matt's dad, and we put gasoline all over it. And we didn't have enough matches, or we didn't have them quick enough. And by the time we hit the gas, we dropped the match, enough fumes had spread. They utterly engulfed Matt's dad, who is I imagine, a big, strong, burly guy, and emerged. I remember him emerging from this wall of flames. And he's a huge man. Hi, doggies. Wow, cute. Just emerged from that like a god emerging from the fires of Hades. Oh, that wouldn't be so good. That's not much of a compliment, is it? I meant to say something like, like Thor coming from, Thor. He was that impressive. Okay, that family owned this building over here. I won't give any last names. Owned that building right over there, which was another family store. It was a couple of things. It was a restaurant. Now this is the 49ers Diner. Now over here, there was this bar over here, Lucky Days. Very, very kind of a biker, redneck kind of a bar. I think I've been inside one time. Wow. This gas station over here, I remember that when that was open. There's actually a car there. Wow. And the very impossibly skinny man, Ostrich Ranch Tours, Quail Run, impossibly skinny old man that ran the place, and his wife, and they looked like they were like just arrived off of the Steinbeck Route 66 Okie train. I mean, they were so dilapidated. They were so just like barely hanging on, but they were fine. They were like a. I can't think of a way to describe it without sounding like I'm being derogatory or something. But it was an impressive kind of a wiry. Just picture yourself like the 1920s families, tough men and women that were living a hard time, not an ounce of fat on their body, but strong and sinewy, and where the man would be wearing Legend Fartham. I'll continue this second. This was the cherry stand here, cherry farm, Jones's Cherry Farm or something like that. I worked there for like 3 seasons. Met my first girlfriend there. She lived down in Simi Valley, and I would drive down to see her. And you can see there's growing new trees there. The owners right here, that's the owners right there. And there it is. You pick them, Pine Canyon Cherry Farm. There's even the sign, and there's the little stands where you'd come and get them. And there's the Grange right there. Well, anyway, that family, they were like, imagine them, the man wearing coveralls and with one, with no shirt underneath and one snap undone. So you can see his bare chest on one side. And the woman with that old-timey dress, and she's tough as nails too, because they've lived a tough as nails life. That's what they were like. And then I don't remember what happened. Did they just disappear, or did I disappear? But they're long gone now. Long gone. Man, why is it that some people, after they're gone, can seem so much further gone? Is it a thing of mind? Is it related to memory, or is it just there's something about that? They are so gone, yet they're present. It's like seeing someone way across a mountain range, you know, standing far away. A memory of a fading memory. Anyway, another, not a girlfriend, but right over there, a girl that I knew in high school, who I went to the prom with, actually. She was really sweet. I don't know if she invited me, and I don't know if it was out of pity or something. I don't know. Kind of choking up a little bit, remembering that, because I wasn't living here anymore. I'd left. Like I said, my family was breaking up, so I'd left, and I was far away, more than 100 miles. And she somehow contacted me and invited me to be her prom date, and I did. And there was nothing fishy about it, nothing funny. I was a perfect gentleman. That was just at the beginning of the going alone era of my life, when I was starting to hitchhike. And if anything might have called me back from the brink, it might have been that experience. That was just that once. I never saw her again. I can't even remember her name, sadly. And I really am sad about that, because she was kind of special before then, and that was a special event. Anyway, this is Pine Canyon Road. We used to own this house right here. We only lived there for a short while. There's a fenced area right here. You won't even know there's a house back there. Right here, right up there. Can you see it? There it is. Yeah, that's it. See that rock house? We owned that for a while. And then there was a house here that had a really nasty dog. Wow, I saw it. So someone's been there. Someone owns it, I guess, and did something with it. I don't remember why we owned that house. We owned 2 houses on Pine Canyon Road. That was an interesting place. So anyway, why am I doing this video? Well, I started this video because I thought it would be neat to drive up Pine Canyon Road that we're on. And then I'll show you the homestead where we once lived. After that, Odyssey. So actually, if I remember to do so, I'm going to plug to the start of this video a little interview that I had with my mom, where she and I talking a little bit about a big family adventure we had called the Odyssey. And at the end of the Odyssey, we wound up here. We bought this little place for $15,000, tried to establish a new life. That effort didn't succeed. It kind of failed, as I mentioned already. Although it did have its moments as the ship was sinking, just as I'm sure that there were some beautiful passages of music being played by the band as the Titanic went down. There's a road right here, right there, that leads up to the top of the mountains. Right up there. We're just coming up to our property now in just a second, and I'll drive slowly past it, and then we'll park at the roadside rest and walk back down to it. This looks like there's some roadkill up here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my emergency flashers and let this car behind me go past. There's the entrance right there. This is the entrance to our property. It looks like someone cleared it out. Looks like there's a trailer down there. I do see a trailer. Is that really the entrance? I think our entrance... No, our entrance is a little further. This is somebody else's property. See that? There's a trailer. It looks like nobody's living there, though. God, my gosh, that's my trailer. That's my trailer. But no, that is the entrance to our property. This is it. There's the see the ruins of the property down there, the white thing? That's our old shed. We're gonna walk down there. That's my old trailer. And then we had another road that went up here. Oh, here, let this guy go by. You were my brother! Okay, we're gonna pull in here. We'll park the bike here. The old GSA. Okay, here we are. Da-da. Da-da. Is the thing still on? It is. Okay. I'm going to put a little mirror right here so that I can have like a rear view mirror action going on. Just leave the bike. Just lock up the panniers. We'll take a little walk. Just you and me. Oh, that's open too. Wait, did I just unlock it? I locked it. Okay. Okay, this was an old roadside rest here. I know I've made videos here in the past, but this is an important part of my family's history. So I guess it's cool to make as many videos here as I can. Can't get the key in there. There we go. That looks like it's locked. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having a little... There we go. There we go. Let's take a walk. Stay! Hopefully it'll be there when I get back. Yeah, this was a roadside rest. Forest Service maintained this place. And there was a house right over there on the other side. Can't see the area. And the ranger lived there with his 2 kids. And I remember they were so disappointed when we moved in, because we moved in just as they were moving out. After they raised their kids there, with no other kids in the area. And suddenly kids moved in, and they were leaving. So this is the wash. You have to watch out for rattle 'em up snakes through here. And our property line was right over there. We don't own this anymore, but we used to. And I've walked up and down this many times. If you've read my book, Going Alone, I talk about this place. And I actually refer to that roadside rest and how to find the property. So this would be a reference point if anybody ever tries to recreate this for whatever reason. I don't imagine why anybody would. I haven't gone down this way in a long time. Let's come up here. And this river does get water in it, although it's you know, sometimes tokidoki, as we say in Japanese. Ooh, bad call, Kurt. Don't want to be scratching up the camera that way, so let's go around. I forgot I've got the camera sticking out the top. Let's go up here. That tree over there. Yeah, that one right there. The big pine. My brother once, we were riding a doom buggy back here, believe it or not, and he got the doom buggy up against the tree, facing straight up in the air. And we walked back to the house and said, "Mom and Dad," we didn't even have a driver's license. "Mom, Dad, the doom buggy's stuck in a tree." Not something you necessarily expect to hear. So our property, we're on our property, what would have been our property now. So we used to own this rock. Wow. Such memories. Kind of overwhelming. You can see see the black marks on the rock where the water came down. We had 10 acres of land here. I wonder if I can lift my thing up if you guys can still hear me. I think you can still hear me. I think that's okay. So I've got my head visor lifted up. Feels a little more freeform. I love that fact about this helmet. I'm gonna try to remember to hold my head straight. I could go up here and that'll take us right over to the ranch right there, but I think I want to go down around here because I used to play down here by the water making dams and stuff. I'm sure all the remnants of that are gone. This was an important area right here too, for some reason. In my mind, it holds some significance in my memory. Right here. Though I don't just remember why. Isn't it funny how the landscape of the imagination can have some places highlighted than others? A particular highlight is dead ahead. There's like a corner up here. And that's where, when the water was running, that's where my brother and I would make, you know, little dams and make little watery things. The ponds. What's this? Almost looks like a Japanese bath. It's an old refrigerator with water in it. Huh. Right up here. Watch out! I almost kicked a yucca. Yucca are like a type of see right here. This prickly plant. That's a yucca. They will go poke into you like needles. This is it. Right up here. Right where this berm is right there. That's where we would make the... Lyle and I would play in the water. Our ranch, what remains of it, is right over there. I come here now, since I've come back, I come here at least once a year. I think this is the second time I've been here this year. I mean, in the last year. You know, last 365 days. Here it is. This is where we would have all those playtime activities, right here. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these rocks were positioned where they are by me or Lyle. Pretty sure that Lyle and I dug this out. This trenched area. Yeah, I think we dug this out together for some reason. It looks like it would be a good place to put a Jizo statue, a Japanese statue. Wow. Wow, I remember the feel of that rock. And up above in the manzanita out there, Lyle and I would go up there with our machetes and hack away at it. Make little trails through the brush. Right here. Right here. Lots of memories. And then our house is right over here. Now this is where we had our shooting range. Right in here, we would shoot, bam, 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 because we would shoot from over here. This is where we killed the TV. There's a story about that. My dad and mom decided we'd had enough television. Took it out here. And murdered the television here. We get a photo of that. This flat area here. Look at all the animal trails and poop. Remember this tree. Don't have much memory of it though. Now here's we're almost at the house. We'll touch it in less than 30 seconds. We'll see it. Oh, the big pine cones. Here we are. Oh, look at that. Wow. Let's get a photo of that. This is the foundation that my father poured just before my parents divorced. He was going to make an extension of the house. What's up this Dad? It looks like the bottom of a Folgers coffee can. Why did you have that there? Interesting. Yeah, Dad poured this. There's stuff around there. Stuff on the inside. Never got around to building it though. He was a contractor, or not a contractor, but a carpenter in his youth, so he knew how to do all this stuff. What's this? Piece of, looks like some porcelain from one of Mom's, flower vases or something. Put this down to get better audio. I wonder what this is. Usually I find stuff from here from our lives. No idea what this is. It's a strange feeling to look through. Oh, big old wolf spider right there. Strange thing to look through these artifacts. I'm used to doing this kind of stuff on a band in Japan and for other people's lives. But this is my life. Wow. This is it. Wow, let me get a photo again. This is where I kind of jump on the path of wildness and just let the emotions come. And the memories. This is the old house. There's the shed. That white thing over there was our old shed. Everything you see in here is part of our life, except these golf balls. Someone's been knocking golf balls down here. Mom's jewelry was over there. I've dug through it to see if I could find anything, but no luck. This was, the kitchen was right over there. This is Mom and Dad's bedroom. I'd tell you guys something about this. About this area here. But nothing bad, just teenage thing. But I won't. Mom's jewelry should be in these charred remains here somewhere. Unless it all melted. Her jewelry case is in here. Don't see anything. It's hard to walk here without getting a nail up the foot. What's this? Looks like something like a kid would make. Not sure. Oh, I remember this ladder. See this ladder? I think that was on the side of the house. This is my dad's ladder. I remember that very well. Get a photo of that. Wow. Okay, what's this? This looks like more of the same with that other thing. That's not a kid's thing. That's just some colored ceramic. I wonder if my mom would recognize that. I have to show that to her next time I bring her up here. Chair over there, more. That was the bathroom over there. Closet right over there. Front door was right here. The well is over there. And the shed. Let's start making our way out of here. Starting to overheat in my gear. Gotta watch the camera through here. Don't want to take it out. There's the well right in front of me. Oh, I remember that. See that thermometer right there? That was the thermometer. Or maybe that was a clock. That was a thermometer. I remember that big dial face thing. Inside here, there's some stuff in this shed. I'm always a little hesitant to stick my head in here for fear of snakes. But I remember there's like a cassette tape right nearby. Well, I think it's what is it? Let's just poke our heads in a little bit. Hopefully there's no snakes. Can you guys see them? I see some shoes. Where's that cassette tape? Oh, there it is, right there. Dreamboat Annie, Heart. That was mine. That was my cassette tape. Gotta get a photo of that. There. There we go, like that. I always look at it and then put it right back where I found it. It's like an archaeological space. One of these days I'm going to dig inside there, because I know all our baby photos were in that shed. So we lost all of our baby photos in the fire. I would so tempted to tell you guys a story, a hypothesis of mine. Oh, here's where the water came out of. Maybe I'll save that hypothesis for another decade. One more decade and then I'll tell it. But I have my own ideas about the fire. This was the pump house. Lots of time spent in here. Working in here with my dad, getting the water coming up. That yellow thing was for our little doughboy pool, which was right over here. Oh, keep hitting the camera and things. Our doughboy pool was right over here. You can see the plastic for it right there. See the recessed area in the ground right here? That's where the pool was, right? All this plastic stuff is the bottom of the pool. My dad put that together, dug out this spot, put that together for us boys. My chicken coop is over here, where I tried my hand at animal husbandry. There's our old sofa. Right there. I don't know why it's out here. Somehow it survived the fire. And maybe someone dumped it here. Maybe that isn't ours. Chicken coop is over there. Scary as all heck. My dad poured this foundation over here. Somewhere in here there's my mom and dad's initials are emblazed on it. Dad was going to make this into a garage. Whew, hot. That never happened. This was a horse corral over here. We had a horse. And believe it or not, I'll give you a guess what this was, this wooden thing. Give up? Skateboard ramp. Yeah, that was the skateboard ramp. Right over here, mom and dad's initials, AB plus LB, Ellen Bell plus Lorraine Bell, or Loves Lorraine Bell, somewhere in here. But it looks like it's kind of falling to pieces. Okay, now it's time for me to back out. I'm actually overheating. There's more to show down there, but save that for another time. Thank you for joining me on this little tour from Lake Hughes to Pine Canyon to Moonshadow Ranch. Take care, everybody. Make it a great life. Make it a good day. Take care.